am Amelia Morel, and I am the mom of two dyslexic students.
What were the first signs that you noticed that your child was having learning challenges, and how old were they?
Okay. So for my son, he was not diagnosed until the end of third grade. We suspected that there was something going on, but we didn't really know much about dyslexia at the time. And he has a July birthday. So teachers told us that he was just a boy and just young and that he'd catch up. But by the end of third grade, he was still having some difficulty with reading. So that's when we got him tested. And for my daughter, she was in the first grade. And since she's younger, we had the benefit of as soon as school said she was reading a little bit slowly, we got her tested and sort of knew more and saw the signs earlier.
And so both your children were diagnosed by through testing, correct?
Yes, through private testing.
And what did you know about dyslexia before finding out your child was dyslexic?
Not much. I knew it was difficulty learning to read, not much more than that. With the first, by the time we had the second, I knew a lot more.
And what were your initial thoughts and feelings when you realized that your child had dyslexia?
Just worry about how school would be and worry about their future.
How did you first talk to your children about dyslexia?
We showed them the movie The Big Picture, and that seemed to change everything. Just the idea that it wasn't so much a disability, but just a different way of thinking.
How did you learn to support your children? And what are some
Um,
ways to support your child's learning differences?
yeah. So they both have 504s, and just really advocating for them with teachers and also trying to teach them to advocate for themselves as one's older and in high school. So teaching him to start to advocate for himself.
Definitely. And what do you think is the most difficult part of your experience? And what is the most encouraging?
Getting teachers to understand that giving accommodations isn't like cheating, but that it's really evening the playing field and that people really do need them. It's not just something made up. And the most encouraging is between my two children, the school got a lot more training in structured literacy. So that changed a lot. There was a big difference between my son getting diagnosed and my daughter getting diagnosed. Just the
Mhm.
teachers were more aware of what dyslexia was and had some structured literacy training. And so they caught her a lot earlier.
That's great.
Mhm.
What would you say are some resources that were most helpful for you in the beginning of your journey?
IDA Georgia and IDA National both have a ton of resources for parents. So they have lots of things you can read if you need to know more.
And what tips do you have for other parents who are just starting their journey?
Just keep advocating, even though it makes you not the most popular parent in the world, but keep advocating. What you advocate for your own child may have an impact on other people's children too.
Great. Thank you so much for your time, Miss Morel.
Absolutely.